Who are you and what does your company do?
We are PCBancard and we are a merchant service provider. Basically, we provide credit card processing solutions for businesses.
Awesome. What was recruiting and building your sales team like before working with us?
It was very strenuous and time consuming. We went through a lot of different avenues looking for different recruiting tools out there and didn't have a lot of success. Came down to a lot of man hours, getting people to, the way we used to do it was one-on-one interviews. We talked to everybody and just wasn't very time consuming or efficient for us.
Yeah. Yeah. So like what's changed since working with us? Obviously you're saving time, but what kind of time are you saving weekly on average? Has there been a volume increase, a quality increase? Talk to some of those details.
I would say there's been an increase in everything we've done, really. Basically, the efficiency part being more than anything I see the benefit in. Now I'm able to recruit. If I want to recruit 30 to 40 people for one training class, I can do so because, SRUs help us put all these people together in one spot and be able to
Yeah.
have one conversation with them instead of 40 different conversations with them.
Love it. Love it. What does a typical week look like for you? Like how many group interviews? How many final interviews?
Usually when we're doing a recruiting class, we're bringing roughly about 100 people signed up.
Uh-huh.
Usually I'd say about 70% of those people are showing up
Uh-huh.
to the actual webinar, and out of that 70%, then we're usually able to recruit about 70 to 80% of them. And when we go through one-on-one interviews, that's when we start narrowing it down a little bit. So we've got
Yeah.
no problem with the amount of people that we show an interest.
Yeah. So you guys are super busy then. Super
Yes,
busy.
yes.
Yeah. So what's like been an average week of like signed or onboarded reps?
Every week we do this, we're usually bringing on, I'd say it's an average of roughly 15 people, and that's from us narrowing it down. We got a lot more people interested to come on board, but the way we train, we're kind of picky about who we bring on board. So, it's giving us the ability to be picky, where before it was kind of like, hey, we'll give everybody a shot.
Yeah. So saving time, you're able to be picky and still hiring about 15 people per week.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, you guys are super, super busy. Love it. That's
Yes.
awesome to hear. Maybe what's something that's exceeded your expectations since working with us?
Definitely the amount of candidates.
Yeah.
When we were doing this before on our own and even using things like the Indeed out there, we weren't nearly getting the amount of candidates that we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Because obviously a business like us, where we do want to narrow it down to find the best people, you've got to be able to pull that from a larger group. So
Yeah.
SRU's been able to pull as large a group as we really wanted, and we haven't, ran ads for weeks or anything. Really, it's a day or two of ads,
Yeah.
and we've got a large pool of people to choose from.
We did even throw in there that we just hired a rock star from our last session. This
Mm,
guy that we brought in, we were just chatting about today, like he just got trained up and finished. And within
yeah.
his first 30 days, I think he's closed 5 deals, which for us is actually like
Yeah.
wild,
Yeah.
wild.
That's great.
So
Merchant with
yeah,
the ramp up. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we've
yeah,
had multiple people. I mean, that's been a big difference, Ryan. Not to kind of float anybody's boat, but a big difference from what we've been doing now from the past is a lot of our reps we're bringing out are writing deals. Where before we were kind of burning and turning a lot through the system and not getting much to, in our industry, if you don't make money quick,
Yeah.
you're out there looking for something else.
Yeah. Just like any other commission-based opportunity. That rep that just put in 5 deals in their first month, what was their past experience? Was it merchant or something else?
Nope, he was a
yeah,
managed a auto service business,
Yeah.
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 But we did screen for sales background this time. And
Yeah.
which made a
we had
difference.
a lower group that showed up to the webinar, but we decided we were going to be a little bit pickier, and I think it was well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I knew he probably wasn't experienced. That's exactly why I wanted to answer that because a
Yeah.
lot of companies come in and they're like, I want this cookie cutter experience. And I'm like, you're missing out on opportunities with
Yeah.
candidates who may be the next hustler. You also invested into having us help you build out your new hire training university to help automate some of the informational side of the onboarding process. How was that working with the team? What have been some of the benefits from that?
The team was awesome, so we were just super happy with the patience of the partners at SRU that kind of worked with us on that. We've got a lot of changes. We've got a very specific industry that's a little bit weird out there, and you just can't build a boilerplate training for it.
Yeah.
So they were super, super kind of helpful with us. And anytime we had feedback, we kind of talked through it. They did a lot of research on their own, which myself and my partners, our company, we were more impressed with the research they did outside of talking to us.
Very cool. Very cool. What would you say to another business considering to work with us?
Oh, it's a no-brainer. It's when it comes to the recruiting side or helping those recruits get up to be successful. You got to take a step back and what is your time really worth? If you're spending a week trying to hire 5 people when you can kind of partner with an SRU that can get you those 15 people in a 2 to 3 day period, it's kind of a no-brainer for us. I mean, time's money in our industry.
Yeah, totally agree. Well said. That is it for today. Thank you so much for those answers.
Thank you very much for everything, Ryan.